It's going to be. I want your name and your badge number.
You know what? Put him in jail for resisting.
Thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to discuss two incompetent deputies from Columbia County, Florida, which arrested a legally blind man with a walking stick. One of the reasons why this is particularly egregious to me is because my father was blind from diabetes. I've been carrying a gun as a concealed weapon holder for over 20 years now, and I've been around guns for over 40 years throughout my life. So for an officer to claim that she mistaken a walking stick for a gun is simply outrageous. And I would question who's really blind in this situation. The incompetence of dealing with people with disabilities is staggering. So when people say defund the police, I say no. We need to fully fund the police so we can get them better training, and also so we can get rid of these trash cops and get the best money can buy for these departments.
What's this in your back pocket? Looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket.
Okay, let's take a quick minute and take a look at what this female deputy saw in this gentleman's back pocket. A white walking cane, met every requirement for a walking stick for a blind person. She claimed that she thought it was a gun. Now, for those who've not been around guns and are not part of the gun community, I can guarantee you this does not look like any gun I've ever seen in the last 40 years. For those in the gun community, you're saying this deputy is an idiot. And for those in the civil rights community, it's like what we're saying is you found it what you thought was an easy target to harass because you had nothing better to do and you had to meet your numbers for the day. And it is absolute bullshit.
I saw you walking it.
It's a navigational age. What's the problem? You a tyrant?
Shocking body camera video shows deputies arrest a legally blind man walking back from jury duty with a walking stick.
What's your name and date of birth?
I don't have to give that unless
Yes,
I'm
sir.
good.
I was investigating.
You have reasonable.
Do you want me to put you in handcuffs right now? Yes, sir, I do.
It happened on October 31st in Columbia County, Florida. Body camera video shows deputies interacting with 61-year-old James Hodges, who was carrying a walking stick in his back pocket. According to the video, responding deputies at first believed it was a gun.
What is your suspicion?
It looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket. I'm stopping to make sure you're carrying it properly. You don't have
you
to.
ensured that it's not a firearm?
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have.
So let's get real here. No, because you won't let me see what's in your back pocket. Let me tell you something. You have a death wish, have a cop think that you have a weapon in your back pocket and you immediately go and pull what's in your back pocket out, you're going to get shot. If she had any inclination that that was truly a weapon, the first thing she would have done is either stuff his draw by charging at him to avoid him from pulling whatever was in his back pocket out, or she was going to step back and shoot him 3 times in the chest. The fact that she did not even react, move, her camera didn't even flinch, the fact that she didn't even change her tone and tenor, she wasn't even scared, proves without question in my mind that this stop was absolute crap.
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have.
Yeah, right. You really thought that was a gun. Give me a break.
Be a to me.
Well, you're being one to me.
Video shows Hodges refusing to give out his name, date of birth, or ID card. He then calls for the responding deputy's supervisor.
No, sir, I'm doing my job.
Am I detained?
Yeah, you are. What's your name and date of birth?
It does not matter.
Yes, sir, it does.
Do you have a crime?
Would you like me
Call
to
your
put you in?
supervisor,
He's right
please.
here.
The supervising deputy again asks for Hodges' ID, but he refuses.
What'd she stop you for?
For a walking stick.
So,
And it could look like a weapon. She asked you to
Really?
present it, okay?
Now she's asking me for ID.
Okay.
I don't need the ID unless there's reasonable articulated suspicion that I have committed a crime and committing a crime or about to do a crime.
Sir, and her suspicion was that you were armed, okay? And she's asking you for your ID.
Well, now
Okay.
she has verified that I am not armed.
Okay.
So there is no
You got
problem.
your ID or not?
Now, how hard would it have been for this supervisor to come in and go, you know what? We've done our investigation. It's obviously this was a mistake, and apologize and move on. But no, there's just too many officers out there that their egos get in the way. They got to protect their partners, and they feel like they can violate people's civil rights rather than you just say, hey, you made a mistake, and just move on.
You have my ID, but you don't need it.
After that, Hodges is handcuffed. That's when Hodges confirms that he is legally blind and carries the navigational aid to help him when walking. He also tells deputies he was stopped while walking back from jury duty.
Sir, are you legally blind?
Yes, I am. I had to walk up here in the dark for jury duty, which was canceled.
Why aren't you using your stick?
Well, why aren't you using your stick? Well, Bubba, you need better training. You need to understand how to work with people with disabilities, and you need to understand that not all people have the same disabilities in the same way. It's not about what you think a blind person should be. The facts are that people with different disabilities have different vision loss, different hearing loss. People who can't walk and maybe walk only across a room versus somebody who needs full assistance. It is not for you to interpret. It's your department's responsibility to get you educated so you could interact with the public in a safe manner and in a respectful manner to all citizens in your community. God, this guy's just an idiot.
You don't have to use your stick all the time?
Not all the time.
After Hodges' ID card is retrieved, the supervising officer orders he be taken into custody for resisting an officer and obstruction.
All right, Mr. Hodges. Was that hard?
It's going to be. I want your name and your badge number.
You know, I put him in jail for resisting.
Okay, it is painfully obvious to anybody that this gentleman was not resisting the police in any way. The only thing that this man was being charged with is what many defense attorneys call contempt of cop. He pissed the guy off. Let's be frank. And in my opinion, when you see cops that are making up charges and slamming them against people that are innocent for just exercising their rights to file a complaint with the police department, these officers should lose their qualified immunity and eventually get fired. We need to end this. We need good police officers. Police officers are out there that are rogue, antagonizing the public, and those that are out there placing charges on innocent people to cover their ass is completely unacceptable. And this needs to come to an end by all people, by working together and saying, we need good cops. Period. End of sentence. The tolerance for this kind of bullshit needs to stop immediately.
Okay. All right, let's go.
I want your name and badge number too, sir.
Hodges is then placed in the back of a squad car.
You want to pull this out of my back pocket?
Sure. Here, I'll grab your jacket for you, too.
The Columbia County Sheriff's Office released a statement saying Sheriff Mark Hunter is, quote, troubled by what he has seen in the video and the matter is being addressed. An administrative investigation into the incident began on November 3rd when officials say they were made aware of the situation. The statement also reads in part, quote, if policy violations are sustained at the conclusion of that investigation, appropriate action will be taken.
So we'll have to see how this goes. We're going to investigate ourselves and tell you how that goes. Well, in many cases, it goes nowhere. That needs to end as well. Please give us a like and subscribe and give the Law and Order channel the credit that they deserve for this video. The link will be below. Thank you very much.